When I first spotted NatureVet Potty Here training aid spray sitting on a pet store shelf, I rolled my eyes. Hard. I mean, a spray that teaches your dog where to pee? Come on. But here's the thing. After my neighbor kept pestering me about it for her new puppy, and after I actually dug into the science behind how these products work, I had to completely rethink my skepticism. Turns out, there's genuine behavioral research happening inside that little spray bottle. I'm Mariana Vasquez, and I spend most of my days writing about guinea pigs, not dogs. But animal behavior is animal behavior, and this one surprised me. You're listening to the Pet Parent Podcast. Quick thing you should know. The research, the data, every word of the script you're hearing was written and verified by an actual human being, me. But the voice delivering it, that's AI generated, which lets us get you more episodes faster without sacrificing quality. Just wanted to be upfront about that. If you've been listening for a while now, thank you. Seriously, it means a lot that you trust us with your time. And if you just stumbled across this episode, welcome aboard. We put out new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you'll always have something fresh to listen to. Now, here's what we're diving into today. So let's start with the basics. NatureVet Potty Here Training Aid Spray is a scent-based attractant designed specifically for puppies and adult dogs during house training. Check the link below to see the current price. The company behind it, NatureVet, has been around since 1994, making pet supplements and training aids with a focus on natural ingredients and veterinary-backed formulations. They're US-based, which matters to some people when they're choosing pet products. Now, I need to be completely clear about something from the start. This is not a miracle solution. It's not going to house train your puppy while you sit on the couch eating chips. What it actually is a behavioral modification tool that works alongside consistent training routines. The spray contains a proprietary blend of pheromones and scent compounds that dogs naturally find appealing for elimination. You spray it on pee pads, designated outdoor spots, or artificial grass patches to essentially communicate, "This is your bathroom," in a language your dog's incredibly powerful nose can understand. The product comes in a 32-ounce bottle with a spray nozzle, which is pretty standard for this category of dog potty training aids. One thing I genuinely appreciate, unlike some training sprays that smell aggressively floral or like a chemical factory exploded, NatureVet's formula has a mild, slightly earthy scent. As someone who lives in a tiny apartment with guinea pigs, I've dealt with my share of overpowering pet product smells, so this matters to me. What sets this apart from the generic attractant sprays you might find at discount stores? NatureVet specifically formulates for enzymatic attraction. The spray doesn't just smell vaguely interesting to dogs, it actually mimics the chemical signals that tell them other dogs have eliminated here, so it's safe and appropriate for you to do the same. It's basically leaving a very specific Yelp review that only dog noses can read. Now let's talk about how this thing actually works, because the mechanism is pretty fascinating. The effectiveness of NatureVet Potty Here Training Aid Spray relies on canine olfactory biology and behavioral conditioning. Dogs have approximately 300 million olfactory receptors. We humans, we have a measly 6 million. Dogs use scent to navigate their world in ways we can barely comprehend. This spray leverages that sensory strength. The formula contains synthetic pheromone analogs. These are lab-created compounds that mimic the chemical signatures found in dog urine. When you spray it on a designated potty area, it creates what animal behaviorists call a scent anchor. Your puppy or adult dog smells the area, their brain recognizes the signal as appropriate elimination zone, and they're more likely to choose that spot when nature calls. Here's where the training science gets interesting. This is classical conditioning at work. Each time your dog successfully uses the sprayed area and receives positive reinforcement, praise, a small treat from your puppy training treat stash, whatever works for your dog, their brain creates a stronger association between that location's scent and the rewarding behavior. Over time, the physical location itself becomes the cue, even without the spray. Let me walk you through the ingredients list. There's purified water, which is the base carrier.
There's a proprietary pheromone blend, which is the main attractant. Then you've got potassium sorbate, a preservative that prevents bacterial growth in the bottle. Sodium benzoate is another preservative, commonly used in pet products. And finally, natural scent compounds, though NatureVet doesn't disclose the exact botanical sources, which honestly frustrates me a bit. I'll admit, that proprietary blend language makes my eye twitch. As someone who obsessively researches guinea pig food ingredients, I prefer complete transparency. But in the training aid category, this level of disclosure is actually pretty standard. Manufacturers protect their formulations like trade secrets. Doesn't mean I have to like it, but it's the reality. The application process is straightforward. Shake the bottle, spray 3 to 4 squirts on the target area, that could be outdoor grass, a pee pad, or a litter box for small dogs, and bring your dog to that spot within a few minutes. The scent is most potent for about 6 to 8 hours, which means you'll need to reapply at least twice daily during the initial training phase. Think of it like leaving fresh breadcrumbs for your dog's nose to follow. One thing the bottle doesn't mention clearly enough, and this is crucial: this works best when combined with a consistent schedule. You can't just spray randomly around your house and expect your puppy to magically figure it out. Puppy training aids are tools, not substitutes for the real work of establishing routines, watching for those sniffing and circling cues, and timing your trips outside. So why does this actually matter for dog owners? For anyone dealing with house training challenges, especially in apartments, during brutal winter months, or with older dogs experiencing cognitive decline, a good attractant spray can genuinely reduce frustration. I watched my neighbor go from cleaning up accidents 3 times a day to having her 10-week-old lab consistently use pee pads within about 2 weeks. Was it just the spray? No, but it shortened her training window noticeably.
Apartment dwellers particularly benefit from this approach. When you're on the 4th floor with no yard access and it's pouring rain at 6 in the morning, convincing a puppy to use an indoor pee pad instead of your bedroom carpet is worth its weight in gold. The spray creates a clear distinction between pee here and never pee here that helps dogs navigate the confusing indoor environment. There's also a practical advantage for senior dogs dealing with incontinence or cognitive dysfunction syndrome. That's the canine equivalent of dementia. Older dogs sometimes forget their house training or lose the ability to hold it like they used to. Using an attractant spray on designated indoor potty areas gives them an obvious scent-marked option that reduces accidents and preserves their dignity. It's gentler than scolding a 14-year-old dog who genuinely can't help it anymore. The real value isn't in the spray bottle itself, it's in reducing the time your dog spends confused about where they're supposed to eliminate. Confusion creates stress, stress interferes with learning, and learning delays frustrate everyone involved. By making one location obviously correct, you eliminate guesswork and speed up the conditioning process. That said, this spray won't fix underlying issues. If your dog has separation anxiety, if you've got marking behavior in an intact male dog, or if there's a medical condition causing inappropriate elimination, those require veterinary consultation and different training approaches entirely. While we're focused on NatureVet's formulation, it helps to understand where this product fits in the broader landscape of potty training sprays. There are essentially 3 main categories. First, you've got pheromone-based attractants like NatureVet Potty here. These use synthetic chemical signals to mimic the scent markers dogs naturally leave. They work with your dog's instincts rather than training them to recognize an artificial scent. Other products in this category include Bodhi Dog Potty Training Spray, which uses a similar pheromone approach but with a different proprietary formula. Second, there are herbal or botanical attractants that rely on plant-based scents that dogs allegedly find appealing. I'm honestly more skeptical of these. There's less behavioral science backing dogs prefer lavender-scented potty spots compared to pheromone research. That doesn't mean they don't work for some dogs, just that the mechanism is less clear.
Third, you've got combination deterrent and attractant systems. These include both a go here spray and a don't go here spray with aversive scents. These can be useful when you're trying to redirect a dog away from a specific favorite carpet corner. The deterrent usually contains citrus or bitter compounds that dogs dislike. NatureVet also produces a Potty Here training pads product line designed to work together with their spray. The pads are pre-scented with the same pheromone attractant. If you're using pee pads anyway, the combo approach can reinforce the scent association more consistently than spraying over unscented pads. In terms of effectiveness variations, individual results depend heavily on your dog's age, breed, previous training history, and your consistency as a trainer. Toy breeds and puppies under 12 weeks tend to respond fastest because they're still forming their elimination habits. Adult dogs with years of different patterns take longer to redirect. Hounds and scent-driven breeds like beagles sometimes respond more dramatically to pheromone sprays because their olfactory systems are particularly attuned to scent-based information. Let me tackle some of the most common questions people have about this product. Does NatureVet Potty Here Training Aid Spray work for all dog breeds and ages? The spray is formulated to work for puppies as young as 8 weeks through adult dogs of all breeds, though individual results vary significantly. It depends on your dog's training history, the consistency of your training routine, and breed-specific characteristics like scent sensitivity. Toy breeds and puppies typically respond within 1 to 3 weeks, while adult dogs with established habits may require 4 to 6 weeks of consistent application and positive reinforcement. How often should you apply it during house training? You should apply the spray at least twice daily during the initial training phase, which is typically the first 2 to 4 weeks. Spray 3 to 4 squirts on your designated potty area approximately 10 to 15 minutes before you expect your dog to eliminate. Then gradually reduce frequency to once daily or as needed once your dog consistently uses the correct spot without prompting. Is NatureVet Potty Here Training Aid Spray safe to use around other pets like cats or small animals? The spray is formulated specifically for canine olfactory systems and is non-toxic to other household pets, including cats, rabbits, and small animals like guinea pigs. However, you should avoid spraying it directly on areas where other pets eat or sleep, since the pheromone scent may be confusing or unpleasant to non-canine species who won't understand its purpose. Can you use it on real grass or only on pee pads? You can safely use the spray on real grass, artificial turf, pee pads, newspaper, litter boxes for small dogs, and concrete surfaces. The formula won't damage plants or stain most outdoor surfaces, though you should test a small area first on indoor carpets or fabrics, since the liquid carrier could potentially cause water spots on delicate materials.
How long does a bottle typically last? A 32-ounce bottle of NatureVet Potty Here Training Aid Spray typically lasts 4 to 6 weeks when used according to standard training protocols. That's 3 to 4 sprays per application, twice daily. Your actual usage will vary based on the size of your designated potty area, whether you're training one dog or multiple dogs, and how quickly your individual dog responds to the training process. After digging into the ingredients, the behavioral science, and real-world applications, here's my honest take. NatureVet Potty Here Training Aid Spray is a legitimate training tool, not a magic wand. It works best when you pair it with the fundamentals: consistent scheduling, immediate positive reinforcement, and patience during the learning process. If you're already doing the hard work of house training and just need a way to help your puppy or senior dog understand where to go, this spray delivers on its promises. The pheromone-based approach is grounded in actual canine behavior research. The ingredients are safe and straightforward, and the price point, usually around $12 to $15 for a 32-ounce bottle, makes it accessible for most dog owners. But let's be real.
If you're not watching your puppy for elimination cues, not taking them to the sprayed spot regularly, and not rewarding successful potty breaks, no spray in the world will fix that. The bottle is a helpful sidekick, but you're the actual trainer. For those of you in small spaces juggling pet parenthood like I juggle Ginny Kig care in my compact apartment, tools that genuinely shorten the learning curve and reduce accidents are worth their weight in hay, or kibble as the case may be. Just remember, consistency beats chemistry every single time.
That wraps up this episode of the Pet Parent Podcast. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. New episodes come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you've got a steady stream of research-backed pet care information coming your way. If you got something useful out of this episode, would you leave a 5-star rating and a quick review? It actually makes a real difference. It's how other pet parents find the show when they're searching for help with their own training challenges or product questions. And hit subscribe or follow so you get notified the second a new episode drops. I'll catch you in the next one.